Yeah. Wow. And there it is. Wow. I love the me.
Just leave that like that until some of our regulars roll in. Kilgore Void.
Hey, hey.
Lucky Bat. Howdy.
Look at that lucky bat go.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky bat.
Captain Bannock.
Yeah. Hey, Joey Flores. It's like photoshopping, but in real life.
Yeah. Do people stream photoshopping? Because I feel like I'd watch that.
I bet people do.
Like watching someone play a video game sounds like hell, but I could watch some photoshopping.
Hmm. I know Cobra Mode, I think they have a Discord server, and every Friday they live stream them 3D modeling.
Ooh,
I
neat.
think that's what their Patreon says, I believe. Uh, Red Ghost says that they do.
Ah, isn't makeup just Photoshop for your face?
That's true. Well, now that's what we're pivoting to. This is going to become a makeup channel.
Cobra Mode's platypus look amazing. I remember they were making some platypus. Is it
Yeah,
is the plural of
they're
platypus platypuses like platypussies or platypi or platypieces?
yeah. And we show again that we're uneducated.
Yeah, platypussies. Yes.
I think platypi. Uh-oh.
If you want to know a good way to apply highlights to faces, watch makeup tutorials. That would be a really interesting idea for a video. You copy a.
Oh.
Although I don't know how we would get a makeup tutorial to copy.
Um, I mean, I'm sure we could ask
That's true.
someone. I don't know. We could figure it out.
Mm.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm writing that one down.
Z Nubikyu is here. Little tippity taps.
Boom.
Uh, love the iPhone tip taps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Never mind. I'm really upset because I don't have any burp water.
Mm.
I'm all out of burp water.
Gonna burp water. I need some paints. There is this.
Everyone doing good? I was until Jay started typing.
And what else do I need?
And going through his crap.
I raised my desk up, and so now my paints are even further away on the floor. So I'll have to get something for them to sit on now.
A small desk.
One day, right before we rebuild our set, everything will be perfect, and then we'll rebuild the set.
How many stripper poles are we gonna have?
Oh my goodness, so many.
That's gonna be a big part of the new set.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a
Stripper poles
mini
everywhere.
fridge front and center with a glass door so you can see all the burp water.
Mm. Joey Flores. Nick, did your mom withhold your weekly burp water allowance for staying up late Saturday? Yeah. I'm a naughty boy.
I'm a naughty boy in a naughty world, wrapped in burp water.
Oh, that song comes up a lot, doesn't it?
It does. It works for everything.
It does. 15 stripper poles.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of stripper poles, hey, Dr. Drokel.
Dr. D.
Dr. Drokel, MD.
It's going to be the last stream of the orcs. Because I can't imagine I can't get the last touches done in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. This has been one of the longer
Craig Turpin.
projects. But I think it's turned out very nice.
I don't think by much, though. I think maybe by one day.
Maybe it just feels long because it's one model instead of 5.
Yeah. And if you want to vote on the next model that's painted up on stream, join our Patreon and you can vote. We already have a bunch of votes cast.
Technically, you're only voting to let the electorates know what they should do, though.
That's true.
Then they vote.
It's a republic.
Then they vote on which mini I paint.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
What backward ass system would work that way?
Yeah.
We only have one elector and it's Craig.
Random question. Does anybody know what color Promethium containers are? I would assume red, because flammables are stored in red containers in ye olde the real world, so. Oh, what's the name of the like the danger diamond, where it talks about like flammability, corrosion, like fuel.
It's on trucks?
Yeah. And pressure containers and all sorts of stuff. But it'd be fun if you made those for and then printed them out and stuck them onto Promethium containers in the 40k universe. I saw it might have been
hazmat symbols.
I don't know. It's not a hazmat. It's like the fire triangle or something, even though it's a square. I think Midwinter did something.
Diamond?
Yeah, like the fire diamond. I think that's what
diamond?
it is. It sounds right. Craig Turpin. I voted for the minigun operator. The MSDS. That sounds righter. Material Safety Data Sheet.
What does that stand for?
I think it's Material Safety Data Sheet.
I was hoping we were gonna guess.
Ah, that would have been fun. Multiple small dicks standing.
Yep. I was in that club in high school. Dave Dog is here.
Ah. I've just done a deep dive into how to print decals. I even worked out how Games Workshop more or less prints out decals, and boy do they use expensive equipment. You'll never reproduce it with jet or laser. I bet. I wonder though, I've always wondered how they make, how do they cut out the decals? Because the decals come, and every decal is separate. And so you just cut it out. Because like when you print on decal paper, you have to cut out really close to your design, because it's just a solid sheet of decal. But the GW decals are all separate.
bet it's some sort of like vinyl cut kind of machine or a Cricut. I'm sure they use a $200 Cricut to do it,
They
right?
probably use a Cricut, but it's
Something Cricut like industrial
yeah.
Cricut.
But I was saying, I think Midwinter did a video on printing out paper details to put onto your train, and it really kind of brought it to life.
Hmm.
Some like wanted posters, random pieces of newsprint.
Mm-hmm.
Really added a lot.
They just have a lot of interns with safety scissors.
Yeah.
I remember as a young child upgrading from safety scissors real quick. Because you can't cut anything with them.
No. I remember when I was little, I got really into whittling, and I would use a box cutter. And I didn't know you could change the blades, so I just thought, it's getting really, really hard to use this.
I know Joy Flores was making decals.
Mm-hmm.
I used a couple of decals for my last robot build. They all got lost in the grime and weathering paint.
You know, though, sometimes the more details you layer up, even though you can't pick them out, they add something. I've never noticed that the GW decals were really cut, but they use rare thermal prints like ALPS printers from Japan, and I strongly suspect they use decal paper from micro scale.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've bought like Tamiya and a lot of other like tanks and airplane kits, and they always come with decals either on like kind of that light blue or a light green color paper. So there's definitely something to the paper, I think. But Games Workshop's getting stingy with their decals.
Yeah. That's an all natural right there. But it's, I mean, from what Dave Dog says, it sounds expensive. Maybe that's why they're not giving them out.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, a lot of people don't like decals because they're tricky. I've applied hundreds because of my Space Marine army, and plenty of mine look like garbage. It's only kind of recently I feel like that I've gotten really good at it, but holy cow, a decal will save you some time.
Right.
Yeah, you got away from me.
You just hate it when your model tries to run away.
It's a pain even on LaserJet. It smudges with decal paper. Also, if you're printing white, you have to print on white decal paper, not transparent. Or if transparent, you got to paint white under it. You know what's interesting? Actually, I have no idea where it would be, but I got some decals that where the layers shifted, and so you could actually see that it's at least 2 printing processes, because there would be like the symbol, a white symbol, and then 2 centimeters to the left there was the color portion that was obviously supposed to be applied over the white.
From Games Workshop?
From Games Workshop.
Wow. Did you sue them?
I did not.
For gross incompetence?
No, because I think I bought it off of eBay in a lot of decals.
I wonder why they were selling them.
Well, yeah. Probably, yeah. A lot of people don't like to use the decals. But it was interesting to see the layer shifting and get a little peek behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Pay no heed to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, he's trying to see you naked.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what they say?
Mm-hmm. The thing with decals is they are too clean. You have to dirty them up with Nuln Oil and scratches using the base paint. Yes, yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah, if you're gonna put on a decal, you kind of want the rest of the model to look good too. Like, you can't have kind of a soft detail paint job and then just a beautiful I see it a lot with Imperial Knights, where the whole knight will be kind of rough and then it'll just have the perfect decal heraldry on the shoulder pads.
Mm.
Has anyone used clear sticker paper? I have a few sheets of that for potential terrain users. It sounds like it would work well for terrain. I feel like it would be tricky for models because a sticker is fairly thick.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Ryder.
Hey.
Brett Ryder built their own wet palette. Well, good for you.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Don't buy into one of those products.
Unless we sold you something.
Yeah. No, unless you bought it with our Amazon affiliate link, then it'll work perfectly. And then I use Micro Sol to melt the decal onto the mini. Yeah. What I often do is I'll put the decal on my palette to soak it, and I'll put a drop of Micro Sol on it immediately to start to soften it. And then when I transfer onto the mini, it's soft enough that I can kind of sculpt it. Usually I'm doing shoulder pads.
I remember a long time ago in a land far away, we made a video on decals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still do it that same way?
Pretty much.
Or is it different now?
I usually don't make so many relief cuts unless I have to. My Black Templar, I still do all the relief cuts because it's just how you have to do it to get it to work. But now I do my best to use Micro Sol to melt them a little. But it's not unusual for me to do all that and then have the decal just not come out right, and then me scrape it off and do it again.
It's not unusual.
I need a good brush. There we go.
You're a good brush. Say thank you.
Some gal painter on YouTube built her wet palette using a wet sock. She was from Portland. I think a napkin or a paper towel is fine. If you need to go cheaper than that, you can probably do it, but
we've all had to use our sock before, haven't we?
Yeah. What really sucks is when you got to use your undies. You got to do what you got to do.
And mine are silk, so I don't want to do that. And mine's also a thong, so it's not much to work with. Craig Turpin asks, micro sole or micro set?
Oh yeah, I use both. I forget which one's which. One of them is just vinegar, basically, and it helps to. It kind of acts as the same way as the glue does for decals, and the other one melts it a little and makes it easier to apply to irregular surfaces.
Irregular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, aren't they sold as a pair though? You should probably have both. Wonder if microsol set is really much better than water. Well, they always say you can use vinegar, and it smells just like vinegar. So I'm guessing it's some very secret proprietary formula
of vinegar.
Of vinegar. It's mostly water, but only mostly. Dave Dog, you can if your decal prints out and looks like crap with faded black on a laser or inkjet paper, I guess you can always just paint over it. That is true. On my Space Marine Terminators, I actually applied the Black Templar symbol and then painted over it completely. I just used it as a template.
That's a good idea. Void 16 is here.
Yeah.
And we have a little bit of the old trash boat.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 boats.
Yeah. Top 10 trash.
Mm-hmm.
The best solution is to painstakingly freehand all your decorations.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. It really is just be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even that hard.
Yeah.
Just become a professional painter quickly. And take it so seriously that you give up.
Yes.
That's my advice. Trash boat. I'm at work. It's nice to have digital pals. Aw. That's us.
Mm-hmm. Over the decades, you painstakingly put out the mini, just as a guide. Or over the decals, you painstakingly put on the mini. Yeah. I mean... Yeah, I don't know if it was fast process, but...
My question is, are you applying the decal to the mini, or are you applying the mini to the decal?
Ah.
I think there's a little bit of philosophy in there.
Mm-hmm. Or is the mini applying a decal to you?
That's true. Cherry Flores, Trash Boat. I too have Neopets as digital pals. Oh my gosh. Don't we all, Joey Flores?
Mm-hmm.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I put the decal, put on the decals and then painted over them though, because I had 10 Terminators and I wanted them all to look identical. And if I had freehanded it, I just wouldn't have been able to pull it off and have them all be identical.
Hmm. Void 16, what changed your life?
Meth.
Oh, probably. That would do it. I investigated decal printing recently because I wanted to copy GW decal sheets of mine, which you can no longer get anymore.
I think that's fair. If you bought the decal sheet, you can do whatever you want with anything as long as you bought it.
Mm-hmm. Rubbed with vinegar decals will stink like pee.
But hopefully they should just stink like vinegar. If they stink like pee, I don't think you use vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've heard urine makes a really good decal fixative.
Yeah. Oh my god. Trash boat. Dude, my dad was hooked on meth. Lol, shit ruined him. He's dust in a box now. So it's okay if you laugh.
Well, good.
Always an upper.
Mm-hmm.
Void 16 only does a lot of marijuana. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. There's a great quote from the show BoJack Horseman where he says a good rule of thumb to your drugs is liquor before beer, never fear. Don't do heroin.
Yep. And I follow that every day.
Mm-hmm. You used your own what as a decal fixative? I mean, if it works.
Pee. Yeah. Well, at least people will think my minis smell like pee, not just me.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
That's really what we're trying to avoid.
Dude, did you piss yourself? Nah, man, it's the model. I peed on the model.
Come on, dude. I only collect biddies every day. Don't need chemical stuff. Hell yeah. When you got the biddies, you don't need nothing else.
BoJack was way better than it had any right to be. I loved it. Yeah, BoJack Horseman is one of the bests.
I've not watched it past, I think season 3. I stopped season 3. I got tired of it because it's a downer.
Yeah, it is.
And I like upsetting things. I just couldn't.
I've met far too many people at game stores that are clearly wearing Ode de Urine.
Mm-hmm. Nick, sorry, gonna have to cancel you after that. Uh-oh. Well, that'll just make me more famous. Isn't that how it works?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can only be canceled if you have shame. And most celebrities don't, so. Or if you want to work for Disney.
Oh, I don't want to work for Disney.
Pretty soon we'll all be working for Disney.
Yep. Yeah, Eons of Battle's being bought by Disney for some reason.
Oh my god, if we got bought by Disney though, day one, I'd be like, Mulan is the best. Everything is great.
Mm-hmm. Well, people already hate you after your J.J. Abrams comments.
Yeah.
On our last video.
Yeah,
well,
I think
on
he's
our monopose video.
I think he's a fine director and a good writer.
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of fine directors, has anyone seen Knives Out? The guy who did Star Wars 8. Rian Johnson. One of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely incredible. I can see the headlines now. Disney buys Eons of Battle channel for a record-breaking $12.
Yeah. Soon it won't be the entertainment industry, it'll be the Disney industry. Earth will become one big Disney park.
Well, hopefully then there'll be some really good restaurants around me. And I can get a waffle shaped like Mickey's head. I think the only
I can only make one that looks like a Mickey's ass.
Yeah, I think one day I do kind of want to go see Galaxy's Edge, and I also want to go to Disney and just pig out. Holy cow, just nothing but smorgasbord.
They my boss, what he used to do is he used to just go to downtown Disney, like that's outside the park in California, and you can go to like all the restaurants without having to go into the park.
Oh, neat.
And
can I go to Galaxy's Edge without having to go to the park?
No. I think you have to go to the park for that. He loved Galaxy's Edge. He went to Disney every week. I swear to God, every single week. I'm like, is it fun every week?
I'm clearly for him.
Apparently, I think it makes his. I think it helped make his kids not as annoying. You know, like how you take your dog on a walk?
Yeah.
Like that.
Kilgore Void. I will say this. Epcot's Food and Wine Festival is dope. Holy cow. Can I just get destroyed in a Disney park? I
mean, you could always get destroyed before you walk in.
That's true. That's very true. I got to see Galaxy's Edge.
If you can walk in.
I got to see Galaxy's Edge before it was opened. It was brutal hot. The decor was like parking lot cheek. Yes, the food and wine was great, and there were a lot of drunks walking around, though. Yeah, well, I would be one of them.
You know, I wonder if do you think Disney donates money for like vaccine research?
I don't know. Probably.
I feel like they would, just to make sure you know they can open the parks again.
Why doesn't Disney just make it? This vaccine brought to you by Disney.
Uh, his little Mickey Mouse is in it.
Mm-hmm. Aww.
Ben Montgomery. Y'all make that from bits? Looks dope.
Ben, no, this is Captain BADRUKK from the Games Workshop. It's a fine cast model. So it used to be metal, and then they remade it in resin, and now I have it.
Yeah.
This is a good stream to tune into also, because this is the last one.
Yeah.
After this, the model will be finished. Getting awfully close. What is left? What? Oh, the skull. Gotta finish the skull. Gotta
Ben
fix
Montgomery.
the teeth a little bit.
Ben Montgomery says, "Sweet looking mini. You did great with it too."
Aww.
What a good Ben.
Yeah, we should play Kill Team soon.
Yeah. Ben, we should play Kill Team soon.
Yeah.
Dr. Drokel. Dolly Parton donated $1 million to vaccine research. She has
Ooh.
Dollywood in Tennessee. Does that count?
I mean, down there, she's basically Disney.
Yeah, and Ben, we know the rules.
Yeah,
a little bit better.
we do. Oh, that's great. So Ben, our discussion on close combat, yay or nay. So close combat is better than shooting because because for a lot of reasons, often models get to have more close combat attacks than they get shooting shots. Yes,
Shooting
the
shots.
fallback rule can make charges more difficult to pull off. But it works.
Mm-hmm. And we'll have to try it out.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Also, in I read some more of. They're not advanced rules. They're part of the rules you're supposed to know, but you don't have to know them to roll the dice. But your units can take specialisms, and so it basically turns it into like a role-playing game. And the specialisms allow you to do certain things, like have a better chance at making your shaken rolls or getting more accurate shots with shooting. And there's like 10 specialisms, but you can pick 3. Technically you get 4, but one of them must be a leader. It's really easy to get negatives to shooting attacks. Yes, that's very true, ZNewbieQ.
Close attacks. Rip Jay's Tau. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
they'll never get into close combat, though.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll just use a drone to get better.
Mm-hmm. Are the EOB boys taking Turkey Murder Day off?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
I don't think my folks are planning on anything in particular.
I don't think mine are either.
But would it be worth it to stream on that day? Because is anyone else going to be up for hobbying?
True.
Or are they going to be, giving thanks and spending time with their family and loved ones, like plebs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like losers.
Yeah. Really,
imagine loving your family. Yeah.
Sounds cool. I want to take some time to make a cool list. Yeah. I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
My Space Marines need to taste blood. or metal or whatever is inside of Eldar. Probably blood. Probably Eldar blood, which is extra filthy. Man, the sculptors have done an amazing job with this model, but not so much this skull. He's looking a little sad.
They phoned it in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I gotta head out early. My wife's being annoying.
Demolition specialism on Blight Launcher Plague Marines is so good. Or just any flamer. Yeah, it's really interesting how like the demolition, the sniper, and the heavy specialism work, because they all boost shooting in a separate way. And so you kind of have to decide based on your gun and your model which of those ways of buffing is best. Because like one of them gets you an extra shot, one of them gets you a better chance of hitting, and what does the last one do? Like the last one like makes it a better chance of rolling to wound. And so they're all good. Like an extra shot, that could mean you kill a guy, but also getting to roll better for wounding also might get you to kill a guy. So it's very interesting. Eldar blood is delicious, like an aged Merlot. It's a skull collected by an orc. It's been through a lot. That is very true. Maybe the face is so flat because it got hit in the face by a chopper.
Probably.
Maybe one day if Nick hosts a painting stream, he can show off his pirate bits for his orcs. Because you've got some fun stuff. You got peg legs, flintlock pistols. Legs.
Yeah, it's really fun. I was literally just thinking about them because I want to finish this kill team so I can paint them.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really fun. Yeah, because I just went through those bits for that video, and so I wanted to. I don't know. Once I started looking at them and remembering that I bought them, just made me want to do them again.
The Bad Moons Gobos box, Zeech box, and maybe the Tyrannid or Necron box are all very tempting. Dave Dog, so all the boxes? Calabites with Dark Lances and Snipers is a literal delete button. Well, Cabalites are Dark Eldar, and that's what Nick's secret kill team is. So Nick's probably well aware of that.
Yes, that is definitely what my secret kill team is.
Ooh, I've been thinking it'd be cool to make a kill team of Krorks. Just bigger orcs in Space Marine-like armor. Yeah, and you could run them with like Custody rules, because that's the power level that Krorks are supposed to be at. There's speculation that the Eldar hate the Orcs so much and are at constant war with them just because they remember what the Krorks were like. And so the part of the Eldar mission is to stop the Krorks from ever becoming a thing again, because they're so terrifying. Trash boat kill teams, I have Orcs, Demons, Dark Eldar, some Chaos Marines, Death Guard, and some Primaris. Wow.
Quite the collection.
Yeah. All in all, though, probably still cheaper than a 2,000 point 40k army. Yeah.
Probably more fun.
Isn't there a scene in the Yarok books where Thraka talks to Yarok in High Gothic? Ooh. Neat. Is High Gothic different than Low Gothic? Like, is High Gothic Latin? Or the fake Latin of 40k? Orcs are smoking dope at all times.
Bye, Craig Turpin.
Oh, good night.
See you tomorrow.
I'm trying to build my Emperor's Children, but Chaos Marines are expensive to collect, and you get a lot of garbage units in the battle box. Ooh, you know what was one? I don't remember if this was the Christmas bundle. I think it was, but the Necron Christmas bundle looks dope. You get tons of stuff, and it's all good. I think it was supposed to be a measure of just how smart he was getting, like almost Krork level. I think High Gothic is when you step on a ladder over the person you're speaking to in Low Gothic.
You know, that would make sense.
The Necron box is stacked. And they're full kits too, so Magnus can give you tons of options. Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised that the Necron box isn't just Indominus. I mean, I'm not going to buy it because I have tons of all of those units, but still, it's very good. The only units I really want are some Praetorian Guard, the jetpack close combat guys. I feel like that's.
You don't think you need any more warriors?
Well, I own 65 of them, and I just got 20 more in Indominus, so I think I'm pretty much good. I think I only need like 50 more.
How long do you think it would take you to paint the whole Indominus? Like the Necron portion of the Indominus?
Oh, just the Necron portion?
Yeah.
I think it would take me... I think a week if I painted it 8 hours a day. I bet I could get it in a week.
Sounds like a challenge.
Does. I don't know how to work that into a video, though,
yeah.
and still produce our usual content.
Yeah, probably not.
$15 for one Sonic Gun pack, and you need to buy a box of Marines, and I bought custom bits to make them look more Slaneshi. Spell Pro shoulder pads and heads. Squats are my favorite thing in 40k, period. They live on in my heart. That was my salute to Squat.
That makes sense. It felt and sounded about right.
Mm-hmm. Funny Creature, thanks for liking my Insta post. You're such an inspiration. Keep up the amazing videos. I love your editing style. Well, thanks, Funny Creature. We like your editing style. Yeah, we're trying to have something unique about us, and I think our jokes and our fast-paced videos are something.
Mm-hmm. There's something.
There's something. If there was a Christmas bundle that was just kill teams, I think I would get that.
Ah, that'd be cool.
I think that they should release a lot more small kits. I mean, I don't know why they would, but it would just be nice to cater to kill team people. Because sometimes you only need you only need 3 Space Marines, but you kind of have to buy them in a 10. Or you need, let's say 6 Tau, 4 Fire Warriors, and a couple of drones, and maybe 1 Ethereal, and a not that I know what goes into a Tau kill team, but it'd be nice to be able to buy all those models separate.
Especially for you.
Yeah.
Who's playing that as a kill team.
Several people were telling you off for your pigments on bases uses today. Why do you guys draw so much controversy? I don't know. Well, sometimes it makes sense, like when I say the wrong thing, or or I'm talking about something that's subjective. But yeah.
Well, and that's everyone thinks that they know the best everything in the hobby.
When in reality, I'm the only one who knows the best.
Yeah.
One thing I'm definitely going to try, because I'm going to make some videos on pigments. I just want to wait until I'm a little bit better with them. But I'm going to try crushing up pastels and turning them into pigments. The only thing I see as a problem with that is is it all that much cheaper? And if I buy a pastel set for really cheap and then I use up the brown, can I buy just a brown pastel? Or do I have to buy the whole box again?
And I feel like you can get individuals.
You can get individuals?
I think you gotta go to a Blick though.
Yeah.
Or something like a little bit higher end.
And so do you think, how much do you think one pastel runs you? A couple dollars?
Probably.
Because a pot of Vallejo pigment is just $5. And it's a decent size, so.
I don't know. I remember going to Blick in Milwaukee with Saren, and I remember looking at pastels because she was messing with them in the store. She was trying them out, and I think you can get them individually, but I don't remember how much they were. She did not buy them though. She's like, they're fun, but I don't want them.
One of Ego Queen Alexis's friends from New York, Moep, or Riley Church was her name, is a big Emperor's Children fan. I think people have nothing better to do. Makes me think of Goobertown getting flack for his fish display video. Trash boat! I'm waiting for some blue stuff to come in the mail. I'm going to dupe some guns for my bloat drones. I've been playing in an inexorable list. 1 command point, and to make your vehicles assault weapons, ignore -1. Trash boat. Fun fact, you can buy a Japanese product called Oyumaru, which is the exact same thing as blue stuff. It's a children's toy. And it's a good way to get it cheap. It's still a little tricky, a little bit tricky to find, but yeah, Oyumaru. Has Goobertown been canceled by SJWs? What? No. Goober's a wonderful guy.
Yeah, sounds like he's gonna get canceled by SJWs. It always sounds like it's not the SHWs doing the canceling in that regard.
Oh, Goobert.
Goobert.
That's what it's short for. Slowly but surely, started with his Games Workshop response video, been in the crosshairs since. I don't think so. I mean, he said all of his views in that video, and he's very progressive. I can't imagine what people could get upset over. I loved that video. I'm right there with him.
All right, now you're canceled.
Yeah. Maybe me and Goober can get canceled together, and then we'll make a video about it.
We got canceled. Look at our Lamborghinis.
Yeah. It all starts with Arch Warhammer and trickles down. Yeah. I mean, Arch is a little bit of a troll. That's he kind of brought it on himself.
All right, so now we're just digging a hole.
Yep.
I canceled.
Oh no. Oh no. Now Arch is going to bring me up on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I'm teasing. Goober can't be canceled. He's a national treasure like Nick Cage and Keanu Reeves. Dave Dog, but I would say that Arch Warhammer did have a good point. I didn't understand what Arch's point was. He said stuff like the community has never been more divided. What does that even mean? It sounds like he's just mad people got mad at him. Who's divided? And who's this community? It's a community of individual communities. It's not like all wargamers from every country are the same.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe Arch had many good points. And what's weird is he missed like the biggest thing, which was when everyone got all hot and bothered because it said, you will not be missed if you're a douchebag or racist. You will not be missed as a famous quote from the Games Workshop rulebook. Or from the 40k rulebook.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a mic drop moment when Goober brought that up in his video. Because Arch is a lore channel. That should have been the very first thing he said.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arch took objection to Games Workshop stating that Warhammer is for everyone except these guys. Well, I think you're allowed to say Warhammer is for everyone except racists. And it's not like they're gonna turn you away. They're gonna sell you a product.
Mm-hmm. It's a good point. Just all around a good point.
Mm-hmm. Where is my gray? Did I already put it on the table? No. Like, I would definitely say if you want to take objection to like game stores saying, okay, everybody who's cool gets a gold star, and everyone who sucks gets a angry storm cloud, and we're not going to sell to people with storm clouds. That'd be one thing. But just putting out a press statement like every single company did during the Black Lives Matter movement, it doesn't matter. Most people just ignored it. Like we ignored everything from every company we don't care about or do care about.
Right. At the end of the day, it's just a corporation covering their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
But they did do it in a pretty clever way.
Mm-hmm. I don't like Nazis, but if I had to play a Nazi at Warhammer and he was respectful towards me and everyone, I can put up with that, but if he starts spouting hatred and politics, it would be hammer time. I don't think you need to worry about playing Nazis and making sure they have a safe space in the hobby.
Yeah.
I think Nazis are busy doing Nazi stuff. They're not playing 40k. Yes, Kilgore Void. Nobody cares, nothing changes, and we still have fun with toy soldiers and whoever we are.
Exactly.
Oops. Picked up a little
Because also,
piece
at
of
the
lint.
other end of the day, it's all about toys.
Yeah. The community has never been more divided. What? Maybe your community? You might play Nazis if you're doing a World War II war game, though. That is true. But
yeah, that kind of makes some sense, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You're a Nazi. No. I'm playing the Nazis. It's different. All right. It looks like this banner is done, and it couldn't be. And at the perfect time too. I'm gonna go grab some super glue, and we'll join the two parts together, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah. Exciting. Exciting.
All right.
EonsOfBattle historical wargaming when?
Yeah, war games don't excite me very much. I could probably get into 40k, which is fake 30k, which is fake historical, but I think part of the fun for me is like the science fiction and silliness.
I don't know. I want to be Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, there you go. So you'd do a historical if it was all fake.
Yeah, I would do a historical if it was all fiction. Or if it was really fun. Like, I don't know, if Flames of War is just awesome. But, I like a lot of the fictional games, they have a certain element of, like, role-playing. And I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that my Space Marines are my dudes, and I came up with their backstories and their names.
Magnetize the banner, you coward.
Nah, he'll be fine. All right, and there he is.
Yeah. Look at him go.
Yeah. I can't wait to paint the rim of the base, get this guy varnished up, and then Nick will take some pictures for Instagram, and then in the spinny, I'll see something I missed.
Yep. That's always what happens, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good looking model. I got to see it in person today. It is very nice.
Orc fracking standing. Out fracking standing. I orkied it up. What happened to his hat? I took off his hat. I didn't like the hat. Mm-hmm. My guy is not a pirate. He's the teeth farmer.
Mm-hmm.
I kit back.
He needs two plinths stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
I look forward to your squat live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. And if you want to vote for our next model we paint, or if Jay paints and I'm also here, you can join our Patreon. And you can vote on which model that will be.
Yeah, it's actually a little known, but Nick actually paints the same model that I paint at the same time. And then we just don't post it anywhere.
Exactly.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Yeah. And we'll see you tomorrow for a new model.